All right, footy fans, get ready for another episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, PJ and Breno.
Hey, footy fans, welcome back to NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Now, before I bring PJ in and before we get anywhere near football tonight, I think we need to conduct a very important safety drill. Because after what happened last weekend, I feel we're going to be needing this. So everyone, this is a rant warning drill. When you hear the rant warning, please remain calm. Do not panic. Do not throw chairs, because I reckon we're going to be pressing that button a few times tonight. Thank you. That is the end of the drill. Be prepared tonight. But anyway, round 25 wasn't exactly kind to either of us. My Knights demolished by Manly. The Rabbitohs got absolutely steamrolled by Warriors, but somehow we're both still in the 8, hanging in there. We have another new team on top. The Warriors hold first place by 1 point of differential. So the field goal last week actually counted for him. Now, PJ, after a rough week, and now that we've done a rant warning button test, are we good to go for round 26? How you doing, mate?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm looking forward to getting into last round and the next round coming up. It's a particularly tough round this week. I can't believe it's the first time, I think, all year I've not picked anybody 13 plus.
Oh. So
it's a very tight round. But, yeah, there were a few results on the weekend, Breno, that I thought had some questionable calls in them, but I won't get too emotional this week. I'll do my best.
Let's see how we go.
I'll do my best.
All right, let's just jump. Oh, I didn't put up. Well, look at there's a quick look at last week's results for round 25. Few interesting results there, and the ladder. There we go. Warriors are on top for the first time. Poor old Roosters got knocked off. They had their 1 week up on the top. There you go.
Yeah, some massive upsets. The Roosters disappointing in their match against the West Tigers. Good on the West Tigers for coming out and having a go. I know the Roosters rested 4 players. You know, the Bunnies and the Knights both almost losing by the same score there, Breno.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It was 44-24, 44-26 until the Warriors kicked the field goal. That put them on top. They're now 1 point ahead of the Panthers for and against. You can see there, 295 versus 294. They're now the minor premiers with 2 rounds to go. Who can believe that? Yeah, and the Broncos causing a massive upset. The Raiders, you know, still the slimmest of chances to get into the 8. Definitely well and truly gone now. Yeah. Only the Bulldogs have a chance, but they've got a big match this week, Breno. They need to win.
Absolutely. A few teams in that category that need to win this week. All right, so we'll kick it off. Round 26 kicks off with 2 teams whose seasons have gone completely off script. Grand final replay for those living in the past. The Broncos are 15th, but they finally gave their fans something to smile about last weekend. They knocked off Canberra 34-30 after leading 18-16 at halftime. Too little too late, but at least they're showing a bit of fight. Hey, no wooden spoon for you either. There was a talk about that before then, but that's gone. So now, Melbourne, 11th. Just let that sink in for a second. The Storm, they were beaten 22-14 by Penrith, and remarkably, they were held scoreless in the first half, trailing at 22-0. They won the second half 14-0. Unfortunately, that's not how rugby league works. So Brisbane get them at Suncorp, and I'd imagine both clubs would be loving to finish this very disappointing season with something positive, but probably an emotional one as well, because Adam Reynolds has announced on Monday he has played his last NRL game. And I imagine they'll be doing a big show for him on Thursday night. And PJ, Storm sitting 11th, Broncos 15th. Who have you got in this one?
Yeah, the Rabbitohs legend, Adam Reynolds. God bless you, Adam. We love you. You brought us that premiership. You even was nice enough to bring one of the Broncos as well. But languishing in 15th spot this year, Breno. They don't have a lot to play for, but they showed last week that they can still win games. So they've got a very good side. There's not too many of their best players missing there, apart from probably Adam. But you've got Ben Hunt there, so they don't really lose a lot. This will be a tough one. I'm going Storm 1-12 without any confidence. I mean, Brisbane at home, it's going to be the last home game for Adam Reynolds. I think maybe they'll get up for that one. Maybe I'm talking myself into changing the tip here, but Broncos have the most recent form, obviously last year's grand final winning 26-22, and they also won the round 3 matchup 18-14 at the start of the year. Broncos should win this one, but I'm actually going to stick with the Storm 1-12 here.
Yeah, I'm taking Broncos 13+. I think they'll just fire up, especially after last week's win. And they're going to do it for Reynolds. They're at home. Not that they've won too many games at home this year. See, Hughes is back for Storm as well, so that could be the difference. That might knock it back down, but they might have a slight chance.
Go to Storm. No offense to all our P&G fans out there, but let us know in the comments what you think. Broncos or Storm, who's going to bring home the biscuit?
There's biscuits? Oh.
Brisket. Is it the brisket? Bringing home the brisket? I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
Manly might be...
Bringing home the bacon. You're bringing home the bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to change it. We've got Muslim listeners, so we don't want to offend anybody. So bring home the brisket. All right, keep going.
Manly might be out of finals contention, but apparently nobody told them. They came to Newcastle, absolutely ruined Old Boys Day, beating the Knights 44-24. And yes, I'm still annoyed. Get ready for a rant, but I'll hold off. It's okay. Manly, although I will say this, Manly, you are a bunch of dirty players and got lucky not to have a couple of people sin bin. Clean up your act, seriously. Manly are 10th, and they've now got the bottom-placed Dragons at Brookvale. Dragons absolutely belted 44-14 by the Bulldogs. They were trailing 24-0 at half-time, so at least they scored a couple of points, I guess. But they're sitting 17th and are set to take the unwanted wooden spoon. Oh, there we go. It is definitely theirs. There's the official handover from the Knights to the Dragons. But
look at him. He's trying to work out what it is. Fair to him.
Mascots aren't really that smart, are they? Anyway. But Manly's got nothing to lose. They come off a big win. This could get ugly, or because it's Manly in 2026, they'll probably find some ridiculous way to make this difficult. So, PJ, surely you're not tipping the Dragons here, but I'd love to see Manly get steamrolled. Yeah.
Absolutely not. I'm not tipping the Dragons at all. They were woeful last week. I mean, the Dogs have plenty to play for, and they returned to your regular programming last week, the Dragons. Manly at home, Brookvale Oval. I can't see them doing anything but beating the Dragons. I don't think it'll be 13+ though. I think the Dragons have been putting up a good fight against most teams. Even the Bulldogs game, they hung in there for a bit. But Manly will win this one. They'll win at 1-12. In the recent form, round 26 last year, Manly 40, Dragons 24. Wow. It's probably a little bit higher than I think it's going to end up. Maybe this one, round 6 this year, Manly 28, Dragons 18. That's about where I think it'll be. 10 to 12 points.
Yeah, I'm taking Manly 13+.
13+.
13+ for me.
No soup for you.
Now, this is massive. Penrith are second on 38 points and are separated from the Warriors at the top of the ladder by basically nothing. Warriors plus 295 points. Panthers plus 294 points. 1 point. That was that field goal they kicked against Rabbitohs last week, and I wonder if they knew about it at the time. Every try matters now. So Panthers beat Melbourne 22-14 last week after racing to a 22-0 halftime lead. Bulldogs also had a huge win, smashing the Dragons 44-14. And more importantly, Canterbury are still alive. There's still a chance.
You're telling me
there's a chance.
Anyway, Penrith are fighting for minor premiership.
Yeah!
The Bulldogs are fighting for their season. That's a dangerous combination. And I'm sure every night's Rabbitohs and Cowboys supporter will suddenly become Panthers fans for a couple of hours on Friday night. PJ, can the Dogs blow this finals race wide open, or are they just going to blow it?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting one because the Panthers won in finals week 2 last year, 46-26.
Yep.
And the Bulldogs won this year, 32-16 in round 6. Penrith had a very slow start to the season, as you may remember. I think they might have even been dead last after like 8 or 9 rounds from memory. Or was that last week? I can't remember. Anyway, I think the Panthers will get this one. The Bulldogs have one mission: win. That is all. If they lose this game,
They're gone.
the finals is over for them, and the top 8 is decided. If they lose this game, if they win this game, then the Rabbitohs need to beat the Titans, which they should do, but then they've got Roosters in the last round. So they've got to win one of those two, the Bunnies. If they lose both, the Bulldogs can jump them with another win. So danger, Will Robinson. And the Cowboys, they've got the West Tigers, and they showed last week they're no pushovers. So all those teams you mentioned will be cheering on the Panthers on Friday.
Go the Panthers.
Give you that red hot tip. Yeah, I'm going Panthers 1-12. I think 26-18, something like that'll be it. Bulldogs fans, sorry to say, season will be ending in a few days' time.
Yeah, well, I'm going to back them 1-12. So I got Bulldogs 1-12. I don't want it to be, but I think they might be just keen enough to get it.
Yeah.
Hope it's wrong.
Spanner in the works.
For sure. Let us know what you think, guys, in the comments there. You got the Panthers or Bulldogs. Comment away. I'd like to see comments.
See what you got.
The Rabbitohs remain 7th on 30 points, but last weekend wasn't exactly ideal preparation for finals campaign. Warriors come over and put 45 points on them. South lost 45-26, and after being level 26 all at half time, they didn't score another point. 19 unanswered points in the second half. So now they head to Gold Coast for a game they simply cannot afford to stuff up. Titans are 16th and lost 30-22 to the Sharks last week. On paper, South should win this one, but I'm not going to put the mockers on you there, PJ, but with the Cowboys level with them on 30 points and the Bulldogs lurking 2 points behind, absolutely no room for Roosters disaster here, PJ.
Yeah, well, Titans led against the Sharks for a very long time in that game too. They're no pushovers, and at home, they're going to be tough. The Bunnies 26-8 down at halftime, stormed back to I think it was 32-26, and gave us all hope that there was a chance. Yeah, go play it. So you're telling me there's a chance?
So
and
you're
then
telling me there's a chance?
Sure as shit. We lose momentum, and the Warriors go on with it and win. But, really don't know. I'm going to have a mini rant, Breno. A mini rant at Wayne Bennett. Wayne, I don't know what you're doing, but Jai Gray's on the bench there. Matt Duffy was not passing the ball out. The moment he passed the ball out, AJ does a kick for Cody Walker to score, and then he tries again. He throws over the sideline. I think he butchered 7 or 8 chances before that. He was defensively really poor. You bring Jai Gray on at halftime, I think we win that game, Breno. I really do. But he just left him on the bench forever, and he didn't matter. And massive news today, Breno. Yesterday,
I was going to see if you noticed that. Yeah.
Massive news that the NRL are going to allow the Rabbitohs an extra interchange, so Jai Gray can run on the field and then be immediately subbed off, so he can play the final 2 rounds and be eligible to be a 100-game player. I think that's such a heartfelt moment. And Cameron Murray obviously taking a bench spot, the captain taking a bench for the co-captain Jai. I nearly had tears reading that news story earlier today, mate. It's such a tragedy what's happening to Jai, and I wish him all the best.
So what I heard, he's
what a wonderful gesture.
He's going to come on. He's going to run on with the field. They'll probably get the first kick off, and then they'll take him straight off and
they'll sub him.
But technically, there's 100 games. Good on him.
Yep, he always played. He was on the field. So, so Bunny's recent form, round 14, Bunny's 46, Titans 12. Last year, only played the one time, like this year. 20-18, the Rabbitohs won that match. I'm going to sneeze. So, I'm tipping a Rabbitohs win. I think the Titans are absolutely going to fire up. I'm not going to sneeze anymore. Titans are absolutely going to fire up and push us all the way, but it'll be something ridiculous like 28-26 or, defensively, if we can get back to that Bulldogs game, which seemed to be a one-trick pony. But Matt Duffy again starting. I don't know what Wayne's doing. I kind of give up.
I'm actually backing you boys again. it must be the week for it. But I'm going 13 plus for Rabbitohs.
Yeah,
Bring it on,
Breno.
pump them.
Come on.
We noticed that the other week. They had Dufty come off, and then Jai come on, and just the dynamic of the team just changed. They ran away with heaps of tries, but maybe it's a good thing if he tries to use that a bit more, swap him in and out. But
We had some momentum
on
in
there.
I just think if we had Jai there, he's a lot better creator of play than Dufty. And I'm not bagging on Dufty here at all. He's a great player, but sometimes you need a different car to drive that track, know, and we've got it parked in the garage and we just accept the loss. We just accept the loss.
This could be match of the round, but firstly, congratulations to Roosters for the shortest time in first place for the season. 1 week on the top of the ladder. So now it's third versus fourth, and I reckon this is match of the round for me.
Match of the
Roosters
round.
are on 38 points. Dolphins 36. This is important game for both these teams. The Dolphins were impressive, beating Parramatta 34-16 after leading 16-10 at halftime. Roosters had worked considerably harder. They had to work harder. And they got beaten by the Tigers 25-24. That's right, by the Tigers. Yes, you heard it. After it was locked at 12-all at halftime. Anyway, the Dolphins aren't out of minor premiership conversation either. But more importantly, this game could have a huge impact on who finishes inside the top four. Home ground, finals atmosphere, two genuine contenders. However, I am sensing a rant warning after the Dolphins game last week. PJ, you all right? Here we go.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're good? Okay.
I'm fine. But yeah, the Roosters, mate. Yeah, 7 days is a long time in football. 7 days is a long time in football. I'm really not sure what they were thinking in that game, but they've gone from minor premiers to fourth place if they lose this match. The differential is 24 points. So the Dolphins only need to win by 13, and the Roosters will drop to fourth place. So they won't have a home semi week one. They'll still play in the 1v4 game, but it's a bit of battle stations, mate. There's only 2 points between first and fourth as well. I've got the Roosters winning 1-12. I think they will get the job done, but the Dolphins are going to push them all the way, mate. They are 5 in a row. Oh, no, they've won their last 5. Sorry. The recent results have been mixed, Breno.
Yeah.
Round 23 last year, Roosters 64, Dolphins 12. But the Dolphins are a different team this year, as we know.
Yeah.
And in round 15, they beat the Roosters 48-10.
Wow, that's unreal.
So it's huge scores against each other in the last 2 encounters. I'm picking the Roosters. It might even be a field goal in it again, Breno.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm picking the Roosters 1-12, but I'm not confident. The Dolphins have just been so red hot. And I guess Roosters have been playing well too until last week. And maybe a reality check for them.
Don't get me wrong, viewers at home. Go Dolphins. Go Dolphins.
Me too. Go Dolphins. I'm tipping
the Roosters. So what part of the Dolphins game did you think I was going to rant about, mate?
I think there was a few decisions that the referee you weren't very happy with in the bunker, but it's almost every game now. There's something that just
it's every game.
upsets the dynamic of the game with some poor decisions and you just look at it and go, what are they thinking? How are they getting this wrong? Or are we getting it wrong? Or, I don't know. Do we not know the rules properly or something? But you just got to shake your head at it.
No, I'm all ranted out this week. Wayne gets a little one, and that's about it.
Where are we up to?
And for all the listeners at home, by the way, Peter V'landys did not call me.
What a shame. Oh, I thought he would have.
He did not call me after my rant last week. Obviously, no one that I know or that watches the show knows him to pass it on. That was a genuine request. I'll only charge you $800 a game, V'landys, all right, to be the VAR, and you'll have no issues ever again. $800 a match. Cowboys, bye last week. Breno, can they secure their 8th spot?
Good chance, but this one is enormous for them. So hanging on to 8th spot, as you said, level with South Sydney as well. So last weekend, having that rest, they're going to come out fresh, hopefully, and they know exactly how important these two competition points are. The Tigers, 14th, but last week, 1 point win over the Roosters showed that they're certainly capable of causing some problems for the Cowboys. For North Queensland, though, there's no excuses here. You've had a week off. You're at home. Final spot on the line here. You have to win this game. You just have to. Because if the Cowboys lose, the Bulldogs win, things are going to get very uncomfortable here. So, PJ, Cowboys at home, lock it in, or upset incoming?
Yeah, there's some nervous Cowboys fans on the north side of the border for sure. But the Cowboys, as you said, they're minus 78, and the Bulldogs are minus 32. So you're probably thinking that differential is too much for the Bulldogs to beat the Cowboys with the same amount of points. So the Bulldogs have to beat the Panthers, and the Cowboys have to lose both their final matches. Okay, so that's the Cowboys losing to the Tigers and whoever the hell they have the next week, I forget. So I think the Cowboys are safe. I think the Cowboys will win this one in a tight affair. These are always exciting encounters. I always think 2005 grand final. Every time these two play, I'm just like, oh, nostalgia.
Yeah.
What a great game. And then that takes me to 2015 grand final when Thurston kicked the field goal and won for the Cowboys. How good was that? It's like these two kind of inspire grand final magic moments in my mind every time they play. But recent form, round 25 last year, Breno, 34-28, the Cowboys won. And then earlier this year when the West Tigers started on red-hot fire, 44-16, they beat the Cowboys. So Tigers with the recent form, but they've traded blows. I'm going Cowboys in a very tight one. Tighter than two coats of paint, in fact.
Oh, as he says. Well, guess what I'm doing? Cowboys 13 plus. I'm just throwing 13 plus. I'm Oprah. I'm Oprah this week. You get a 13 plus. You get a 13 plus. Everyone gets a 13 plus.
I literally picked 1 to 12 for all 8 games. You got 4 13 pluses. And we're only on Saturday.
I'll throw it in 13 plus.
Oh, how funny. How funny.
Oh, here we go. Here's me. Oh, that's right. I went to... it's me in the Knights locker room, everyone. I've moved up in the world. No, there was a instalment at Charlestown Square, a shopping centre here, and it was actually at the game last week, but I didn't manage to get to it. But yeah, it was cool. You do little photos in there. They got all the different players, their different lockers. It was good fun. Anyway.
Yeah, excellent.
Thought I'd throw that in there. Look good as a coach, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would look good as a coach. But Newcastle Knights coach Brennan Cohen is on the sideline thinking about his strategy for the weekend's match.
Thinking about why he's still got the wooden spoon. Anyway. Yep. All right, everyone, let's get into Warriors at home to the Knights. But first, my little turn for a rant. Rant warning, here we go. Actually, leave the rant button on. Newcastle, what was that? Old Boys Day, massive home crowd, chance to strengthen our position in the finals, and Manly come to Newcastle and put 44 points on us. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Jeez, I sound like my dad there.
Yeah.
Watched the game again today, and a lot of poor refereeing decisions that influenced the result. Knights were bad, but not terrible. Just lacking some really strong defence. They needed a lot more defensive work there, but that hip drop with Dom, they got him 10 the bin. Really, if Kohler doesn't get hurt there, I'm sorry he did, and it's unfortunate. It is football. But for a hip drop, it just landed on his leg. Anyway, but it took 15 replays and wait till after the conversion for the ref to do something. Even the linesman was sitting right there on top of it when the tackle happened with his fucking blinkers on. Now you want to talk about foul play. Knights got 3 penalties that I've seen for late tackles. 2 of them were not long after each other, and I can't understand how Turbo hitting Dom late and over the sideline with his shoulder and wasn't sent off. Again, blinkers are on with these officials. It's disgusting, and there's other off-the-ball tackles that went unaddressed as well by Manly. Absolutely dirty. I felt that they played dirty. So clean up your act, man. Wyatt had no control of that game, and disappointing because I actually rated that referee, but now I don't. So you need to do better as well, Wyatt. Now, I'll take a breath before we get into the match, but do you have any thoughts there, PJ?
Yeah, I was the same. I thought it was a really grubby match. Unfortunately, I didn't see it live. I had to watch the replay later in the evening due to my daughter's team making it into the grand final.
Woo, good on you.
Into the grand final. So very happy with that. But I watch a replay. It's grubby matches and really dubious calls. It's right throughout the game. Like it wasn't even like a couple of critical moments. It was so consistently poor. I think he'd be lucky if he's in first grade this week. I haven't looked at the referees' appointments, but geez, there was some really questionable decisions, and it comes back to the argument that people have about should the video ref intervene. There was another moment in the Souths game. The Warriors threw a pass. It was a solid metre forward. Obviously forward, but they don't call it for. It was so clearly forward. There was a tackle a few minutes into the game. Dufty got stripped, clear two-man tackle. Somehow all three officials on the ground miss it, but the video ref's not allowed to intervene because we don't want to slow the game down. And you just think, but they're making so many mistakes, and that's where you draw the line, right? And that Manly Newcastle game, it was just constant. Like every call, it was almost like I'm going to do the opposite one as to what it's correct, to what is correct. And I was really disappointed in the result. Obviously, as a semi-Newcastle fan supporting you, my friend, but it has ramifications, Breno. Like this is the ninth home semi-final now, right? This is a game Newcastle were expected to win to stay ahead of Souths in sixth. Now they've lost it. They go down to the Warriors, which is likely because they're first. Souths can jump them with a win over the Titans, and then Souths only need to win next week for a home semi, which is a stretch. So it has ramifications. Manly definitely came to play, so credit to Manly. They came out and they had the attitude, and they were going to play aggressive and ambush the Knights, and it worked. But as you said, I thought there were some really grubby moments that should have resulted in bins. Yeah. Yet Dom Young gets binned for that. Like,
that's right. Come on. But in saying that, the Knights they were very poor in defence, and they lost that through defence. They lost the game. Whether the referee picked up things or didn't, and that send off actually cost us some points. So look, I don't know. It is what it is. That's what happened. But this game, though, let's talk about this game. The Knights lost 44-24, and suddenly what looked reasonably comfortable isn't quite so comfortable anymore. Knights 6 still, but at least we're locked in the 8. We're in the 8. But now we travel across the Dutchbury to play the top of the table Warriors. Beautiful. How good's that? Awesome. The Warriors are flying high. They beat Souths 45-26. Sorry, PJ. They're sitting. I've said it again. Their differential is 1 in front of the Panthers. That field goal actually putting them in the top spot. So they know Penrith and Roosters are right behind them. So they're not taking their foot off the accelerator here for Newcastle. This is a massive test. Win this, and suddenly a huge statement. Going into September, lose it, and we're looking to spend the rest of the weekend staring at the ladder and doing maths. No one wants to do maths on a Sunday afternoon. So, PJ, what's going to happen here, do you reckon?
Yeah, it's tough. And I just said Newcastle need to win next week. They've got a frigging bye next week, so they're fine. So, I forgot about that. Sorry. So, Newcastle don't really have to win. It's just Souths can't win both matches. So, Newcastle, I think they'll be good. This is a good game. I like the fact that Newcastle have the Warriors, but Souths have the Roosters next week. You need semi-final level games leading up to the semi-finals. The Sharks are proof when you go into the finals with 4 lower teams. I nearly said a rude word. But when you go into the finals playing lower teams, you kind of lower yourself to their level, and then you hit the top teams. You're like, holy crap, what happened? And you get smacked out in 2 straight sets. It's happened to the Sharks a few times, thanks to their favourable draw every single season. I know what's going on there. But I think the Wars will win. It'll be on the higher side of 1-12. maybe 10 or 12 points, 32-20. I think the Knights have plenty of points in them. It's just whether they can stop the attack, mate. The Warriors are just scoring points at the moment. They're so good. Recent form, round 20 last year, Warriors 20, Knights 15. Disappointing game, that one, when the Knights had the lead. And then round 3 this year, Warriors 38, Knights 12. Knights took a bit to get started at the start of the season. So, it's going to be a tight one, but I'm going Warriors.
Yeah, I've got Warriors 13 plus. Here we go, 13 plus again. I just got no confidence after last week's drubbing. We're missing a few players through suspension, and Crosland's been ruled out. So we've still got a pretty good lineup there. The back line's still solid, but I think we're just missing some solid forwards. But yeah, but against Warriors, they are so strong at the moment. They're very tough to beat. So especially over in New Zealand, yeah, that's why I'm taking Warriors 13 plus. Yeah.
Very. Yeah, they only really clocked off one time this year at home. They're a very, very good side at Mount Smart. So, job to do here for the Knights, I tell you.
All right, let's jump into our final game. Finish it off, round 26 with Parramatta against Cronulla. The Sharks are sitting nicely, 5th on 34 points and took care of the Titans 30-22 last weekend. Parramatta are 13th after going down 34-16 to the Dolphins. So Cronulla will go into this as favourites, but this is exactly the sort of a late season game where a team with nothing to lose can become extremely annoying. The Sharks still have plenty to play for. Top 4 finish isn't out of the question here, and they want some momentum heading to the finals as well. So Parramatta, their job basically just to ruin everyone else's season, and they're pretty good at doing that. So Sharks, comfortable, PJ, or are Parra going to throw a last spanner in the works?
Yeah, well, Parra nearly did South, and then they did someone. I tipped them. I was the only one last week to tip the Parramatta Eels. I was very proud of that. And then last week, getting touched up by the Dolphins. You can't beat Tier 1 teams late in the season. So the question is, are the Sharks a Tier 1 team? And I don't think so. So this is a massive danger game for the Sharks. I am tipping the Sharks 1-12. They've got some good recent form, round 13, 2024. Eels 34-22, but they've only played once last year, and the Sharks won that 28-18. I think it'll be something similar again, 1-12. The Sharks need to get some momentum into the finals. They
definitely,
got over the Titans, but it wasn't very impressive.
Yeah.
But they got the 2 points. They're going to have a very similar job this week. They're going to have a very tenacious, very fired up team that's out of contention, that are going to absolutely try their best as they're trying to impress the coach for a contract next year. And my tip to those players, why don't you try that in round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? You might actually be in the finals,
And you'll never guess what I'm going Sharks. 13 plus.
Yeah, and I've got a mini rant too, Breno.
Another mini rant too.
Yeah. There's a picture I just gave you. We'll put that up in the chat. But the government should give the Sharks money to fix the stadium. But until then, I hesitate to call it a stadium. That place shouldn't host final games, Brent Reid.
Agreed.
My answer to that, Brent Reid, is you're a goose. You're a fair dinkum bloody goose. Why the hell should our government give the Cronulla Sharks money when they sold the stadium footprint to developers, and now they have a stadium that fits 12,000? That's on them. Screw them. Absolutely screw them. If they can't host a finals game for the rest of eternity, I don't care. They had a 23. I was there the day Andrew Eddinghausen played his 300th game, mate. You couldn't even move your elbow without touching someone. There's 23,700 something. I think it was even against Newcastle.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was against Newcastle. It was jam-packed, 23.5. You can barely fit 12,000 in there now. And the reason for that is they took land away from the stadium to put into the development.
Yeah.
So bad luck, Sharks. They put a hotel there. They could have extended the Peter Burns stand. They put a bloody restaurant down this end with no seating anywhere. They took the beer hill away. You have 2,500 drunk lunatics buying 4 beers every half an hour, making the club money. They took that away, and what do they end up with? and
it's
a
rubbish,
12,000 seat stadium, and now they're saying the government has to help them. No
yeah,
way in the world do
Yeah.
I want my taxpayers' money
Yeah.
helping someone who was so incompetent at delivering what they were trying to do.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I agree with not the government. The government they hand out money all the stages. Look at Penrith for example. Well, Newcastle, we got a good grant too to fix ours up. But seriously, yeah, they shouldn't be playing any finals there. They should move it to Homebush or go to Allianz. Yeah, it's just it's not good enough for a finals game. No.
No, absolutely not. They could play at Allianz for the rest of eternity. Seriously, like the Sharks do not deserve to have a finals match ever due to the fact of this
Can't fit
development.
anyone
It's
in there.
absolute disgrace. Even Sharks fans say it to me. I live in the Shire. I'm surrounded by Sharks fans. They hate the stadium now. The atmosphere is gone. The beer hill's gone.
Yeah.
There's no additional seating at all. They've only removed space. So, Sharks, that's on you guys. But that's my rant for this evening. Frickin' hell. Brett Reed, what a
Bloody
goose.
hell.
That place should know his finals games. Duh. Seriously. Duh.
Oh, we're being fiery tonight. This is great.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go have a look at something a bit more lighthearted and our
Locking our
multi of the week, the false prophets.
Jeez, I went bad.
Yeah, wow.
We went your early games and my late game.
Yeah,
You killed
we would have killed it, but yeah, thanks Roosters, thanks a lot.
Yeah, bloody Raiders and Knights. Yeah, they really let me down. Those,
Yeah,
the Warriors. Yeah, of course, my team gets touched up 13 plus when I tip them too. Freaking
asshole.
anyway. Asshole. Yeah, not great. All right, who's going first? You or me?
I can go first if you want. Get yourself
Do
sorted. All right, here we go. This is Breno's false prophet tip of the week. We got Broncos 13 plus against the Storm. Storm will end one of their worst years on record. All right. Next up, we've got Sharks 13 plus. Oh, sorry. Cowboys. Oh, I just spoiled it. Cowboys 13 plus. I jumped ahead there. Yes, I'm backing this team, even though I have said a number of times I just can't tip this team right. I think they'll fire up, ready for finals, and put the Tigers to bed. And then, of course, I just spoiled it, but there we go. Sharks 13 plus, same deal. Sharks know they need to nab that top 4 spot, and this is where they'll win their last 2 matches and hope that someone else slips up. They'll carve the Eels up. 13 plus.
13 plus. I'm going 3-1 to 12. We ready?
You ready? Let's go.
For the first time in a long time, Rabbitohs.
Hey!
1 to 12. I'm tipping the Bunnies in my multi. I haven't picked them for quite a while. Pretty sure I got it right last time. Rabbitohs 1 to 12. They'll beat the Titans. I've got Cowboys 1 to 12. It'll be a tight affair, but they will get over the West Tigers. And I've got the Wars 1 to 12. I think the Knights will show up, but the Wars at home at Mount Smart will just be a little bit too good.
Yeah, I think so too, sadly. But there you go.
Yeah, there's the multis for the week.
Get on it.
Gamble responsibly though.
Careful.
Don't bet what you can't afford or something like that.
Don't bet over your head or something like that. Yeah.
Bet
So
with your
yeah.
head,
And
not-
our tips up for financial game, unless if you do put money on them, just bet responsibly.
And if you win big, cut us a slice.
Yeah, share it around.
Locking our multi of the week.
The false prophets.
Oh, that's excellent, Breno. I've got one more picture I want to flash up on the sky. Let's do this first.
Yeah, once again, I forgot to put. That's our last week's tips. Yeah, PJ's one behind me now. He's caught up. We had an absolute shocker last week. All the teams that should have won didn't win. So what the hell? Anyway.
Yeah. And how's that? The teams I was tipping 13 plus, and you tipped 13 plus.
Anyway.
Lost, except the Warriors and the Dolphins.
And here's our tips for this week. Get on it.
As our tips for this week, make sure
Don't
you
give us too much shit.
listen to Breno with his 13 pluses.
That's a 13 plus a time.
I'm a straight sets 1 to 12 this week. I don't think I've ever had that before, and we'll see who's a more correct answer after the round. Breno, what were you, 128? I'm 127. What are you? Let us know in the comments and see if they can beat us. Where are we in the tipping, Breno? I haven't even had a chance to look this week.
I dropped down to... Where is it?
Here I am. I'm 11th. Oh, no.
Yeah, you dropped down to 10.
I'm out of the top 10. You've dropped down to
6,
8. So a whole bunch of people used their joker last week and did very badly, I must say.
And all jumped in front of me.
Some 10s and some 8s. And mostly 10s and 8s. But, Password Man is still leading by 4 points. Timoe is shot up into second with Murdoch on 135. And last year, Shiver, he was going all right. He's back up there in the top 5 as well with that 10 points. Breno down to 8, PJ down to 11. Me old mate, Bez is 10th. Hey, Bez, hope you're watching. And Dave, who's a frequenter of the show, Burnsy, he's slipped to 13th, mate. I'm ahead of you by 2 points, Burnsy. Love it.
He's going to stop tipping the Bulldogs.
He's got to stop tipping the way. Well, he'll tip him this week too, so he might lose another point on everybody. Oh, one more to flash up, Breno. Here's my daughter, Emma. Very proud of Emma. She plays rugby league and rugby union. Wash my mouth there.
Oh,
rugby league and football. On Saturday, mate, she played for the Helensburgh Tigers. She kicked 4 from 4, played an amazing game, and they got into the grand final, 20 points to 12. And she also played on Sunday in a soccer semi-final, and they won that 3-0. Unfortunately, she was pretty tired.
I bet.
But unfortunately, rugby league moves their grand finals to Sunday, so she's got 2 grand finals on the same day now. Playing soccer at 12:10. And then she's got to get down to Wynn Stadium after that for a 3:20 kickoff.
Have your wheat bix, have your Barocco that day.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad soccer's first, put it that way. There's a lot less contact in soccer than rugby league. But well done, Emma.
It depends who you're playing, hey?
Yeah, very proud of you, Dale.
Yeah, done well, mate. All right, everyone. I think that will do us for tonight. Make sure you comment. I haven't seen many comments there. Get in there. Let us know what you think of all the games. Let us know if we're right or if we're wrong. I'm sure you'll tell us.
You will.
Make sure
go your team, but more importantly, follow us on socials.
Absolutely.
Tell your friends if you like the show. And Breno, go the Knights against the Wars. Go the Bunnies against the Titans.
Yeah.
And go whoever's playing
13
the
plus.
Roosters. I can't remember the list. Go them.
Go 13 plus. Yeah.
Knights 13 plus.
Everyone 13 plus. All right. Good night, everyone. Cheers. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
To another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.